When it's come to big data in terms of mobility in cities, San Francisco has been incredibly successful. How have you done it?
So one thing that we did is we decided to have an open data policy. We realized that there was so much data out there that it was beyond the grasp of the city itself. And we knew many people were collecting data. So rather than trying to do a patchwork, we created a policy that says we want an open data platform. And these were the rules of engagement to receive and to share that data. And since we've done that policy, we've noticed that there's a lot of companies that have been interested in using the data, because the city has a lot of data, but it was siloed in all these different places. We put it into one platform on the web for anybody to access, with the provision that when they get that data, they need to do something with it that's also helpful. And we've created a whole series of opportunities for app developers and different systems and providers to use that data and to reimagine it or revisualize it in ways that is actually helpful for the city to do better policy planning.
For open data, it does require collaboration.
Yes.
You appear to have done it well in San Francisco. For many other cities, there are challenges as much as there are opportunities from operating this sort of model.
Yeah, I think the key is to lead by example. So the first thing is we had to make sure that we opened up our data as well. We had streams of data that were unfortunately closed beforehand. So going through the process of opening up all our own data, leading by example, and then making sure that the data is actually protected and privatized where it needs to be, and only share the data that we really need. And I think the question of, we don't need all the data from the companies, but we need specific data. So being very clear about what you want the data for and what you want to do with it. Thirdly, in situations where it is very controversial, where we cannot for some reason receive the data because of data privacy issues or consumer protection issues, we're working with third parties, particularly with our universities, who can actually hold the data and encrypt it and make it secure, while we ask the transportation questions we want, and they can actually help them answer them for us. So it's understanding what data you can actually have, what you want it for, and then what companies are willing to, where they're willing to meet you. But first and foremost is leading by example.